Hey guys.
Is it a sphere or a cube?
I think it could be. It depends on how you look at it. But I think it's like an orange. What we would see would be an orange, like a sphere.
Okay.
But in nature, because nature loves spheres, right? Yeah, would you agree? Apples, yeah, grapes, all spheres. Yeah, but they all have skin.
Okay.
Name me a fruit that doesn't have a skin.
Well,
Name me an animal, a tree.
Is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable? Is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable?
Sorry.
Is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable?
I think it's a vegetable, fruit. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has a skin.
Yeah.
And if you cut that tomato through the equator, what do you see? You see like these hard areas inside of it, almost like a cross. And then around that is seeds and wet beds and stuff like that. Well, I reckon that we live in an electromagnetic tomato, for sake of argument. And if you cut that through, what you would see is the settling of the hard stuff down at the bottom, and the light stuff above the sea level would be gas. Everything else would be below that. And at that point, which we currently call sea level, because sea level hasn't always been where it is now, that's just this changeover point where moisture is dense enough, or the ether is dense enough to be liquid. And then as it goes up, it get more gaseous, and we get into the thin gases. And by the way, all of those gases as they go up, like helium, will get to a strata point, a point of neutral buoyancy, and there they will float. They will cause like a layer, just like the steam in your shower. They will cause that layer, and above them will be thinner gases or lighter gases, and below them will be denser gases. And as you get into the water, so we get into bars of pressure for every 10 meters you go down.
So why are they convincing us the world is round then?
Sorry?
Why are they convincing us? Who's behind it all? Who's behind it all?
Why is there pressure?
Sorry, say again?
Why is there pressure in the water?
Why is there pressure? Simply because of the load bearing down on that. You know, when you go... Sorry?
What load?
Well, as you go for 10 meters down, you've got 10 meters above you, right?
Yeah.
pressing down.
Why is it
And
pressing
then
down?
the inverse is true above
Why is
sea
it pressing
level.
down though? Why is it pressing down?
Not pressing up.
Simply because of the weight of it. But once you get to sea level, then things are inverted. Things are no longer pressing down, by the way. They're floating up. So things are getting lighter and they're actually rising. So, you know, if you travel to Johannesburg from Cape Town, for example, you'll all of a sudden lose about 0.5% or 1% of your weight. Why? Because you've got less the ether bearing down on you when you're a mile and a bit above sea level. This is basics, thermodynamics, guys. To have thermodynamics, by the way, you need to have containment. Just like your Lucozade, and when you popped it, the pressure started equalizing. And this is why we say we have to have a firm. We can't have gravity, an idea, a theory as this barrier. It has to be something firm. Who's behind it all? That was your question. Yeah. Okay. Do you have a religion? Okay. So there's people who arrange religions, big religions, that you don't agree with. Yeah, fair enough, right? So there are people who are doing things to control people. I think you'd probably say religion is about control. That's what I think. So I would say that that's about controlling people. Well, in a world in which people are losing their religion, then they turn to science as a way of lying to people about who and what we really are, so that they would mislead you from knowing that you are the center of creation. That whatever Jesus was or said he was, you are too.
Why would that benefit them?
Who would what benefit? Well, it won't benefit you being lied to.
Well, why would it benefit the liars?
Well, because then we would go along with putting lady towels on our face for 2 years from 2020. I bet you guys went along with that, right? You were told to put a nappy on your face, just went along with it. Yeah, this is why what people will do when they're enslaved. They will give up their free breath.
We're being round though.
That's got to do with slavery, my friend. It's got to do with subjugating you. If you were the king, would you be subject to someone telling you can't go to the shops today? That you can't bring food
I'm just wondering,
today?
as in how the fact that the world is flat versus round, how does that make?
Well, I already offered your friend here. I don't know if you're into religion. He's not. But if you're not, then you know, like me, that religion is designed as a tool of control. Why would they do it? Christians will say, why would they be lying to me about Jesus? Why would they be lying to me about Muhammad? Why? You kids are just the same. Another belief system facing me. I go to Speaker's Corner and I find all the religious zealots just like you want to hang on to your belief. And you know what that belief does in every case, religion and scientism, is it demeans God and it demeans you.
So are you not just replacing your one religion with this religion?
No, you're not wanting to give up your religion to realize that you are the center of creation. that there is no higher master here than you, but you want to be mastered. You want to be told when you can mask up, when you can go out freely, when you can take the needle. Have you taken the needle yet, boys? All three of them? Well done. Well done. Earth is flat. The earth is not a spinning ball. Don't be ridiculous. The moon cannot be a stone in the sky. How can the moon be a stone? Stones would fall. Rocks don't float. Think about it. The sun and the moon are small lights in the sky, not giants of gas billions of miles away. This is an enclosed, stationary earth, not moving. La terra plana. La terra è piatta. Earth is flat. The arda is flat. Question. For me? What do you want to say? Earth is flat. I've seen you before, man.
For Spanish.
You're Spanish?
Yes.
Spanish. What do you guys say? La tierra è plana.
No.
Earth is flat.
No.
How do you say that?
La tierra es plana.
La tierra è plana.
No, la tierra es redonda.
Ronda like a ball or ronda like a plate?
Like a ball.
Like a ball. Do you play football?
Yes.
Do you play on a ball or do you play on a pitch?
On a pitch.
You play on a flat pitch.
Yeah, but
So because the ball is round, must the pitch be round?
No.
No. So how do you have you tried balance
but
on a ball?
it's scientifically discovered that the planet is round.
But what's the formula for the round? If it's round, if I can go down like this, how much am I going down for 100
Number
miles?
is 3,14 is the area of a circle.
No, there's a. Let me tell you. There's a formula.
There is the gravity.
Gravity.
Yeah.
The gravity is an idea. It's
And
not
the
proven.
planet is turning around, like it's always in constant movement.
Okay, let me show you this water bottle, gentlemen. This water bottle, if I let it settle, is level. Yes?
Yes.
If I make this water bottle 1 mile long or 1 kilometer long, I can still show you level. 100 kilometers, 1,000 kilometers, still level. And if I put another one the same above it, they would be parallel to each other and horizontal with the sea. When you come down the mountains in Spain, the lake level, lake level, lake level, parallel, 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 ocean parallel,
Yeah, but
horizontal.
if you
We live inside a big lake. Earth is one big lake. There's a roof, it must have a roof.
Yeah, but then how do you explain that the planets go in a circle?
They go over, yeah, we see them going around, the lights, but we see only lights. We don't know they're planets. Rocks don't float. We see lights. You see, with your eyes, you see lights.
They're both.
You don't see stones.
No.
And they tell you it's a gas. A gas is reflecting from the sunlight so much light that it looks like a star in the sky. But really, gas will not reflect light like that. And when we went to the moon in 50 years ago, they have not been back. But they didn't take photograph of the Earth when they went to the moon. If you went to here in Cambridge, you take lots of pictures, lots of pictures, lots of pictures.
Yes, they do.
Imagine you went to the moon, you take lots of pictures of the Earth, and before you play golf on the moon,
Because
you
these
would.
are under 18-year-olds on the summer school, you won't be able to record them. So you guys are going to have to head out because whatever.
Okay,
summer
sorry
school
guys.
you're not
Just
able
know that the Earth is not a globe. You've been lied to by your educators. I'm in public place and I can teach anyone I like. Earth is flat, not a globe. That's a belief. It's a religion. Scientism is a real thing. Scientism, the belief in science that you cannot prove, that you cannot measure, scientism is a real thing. There is so much of our world built on theology, theory, religious belief in gravity and evolution, Big Bang, relativity. These are things that apply in a theoretical construct, not in reality. In reality, this place is not moving. It's the sky that moves. You are not rolling. If you're rolling at 1,000 miles an hour, like they tell you, please point to me the direction you're rolling right now. Tell me how your senses are so aware of this rolling that when you were 6 years old, your teacher told you your senses could not be trusted, that you are rolling even though you cannot feel it. Well, it's the sun and the moon and the stars that are moving above our heads. The earth is not moving, it is stationary like the Bible says, not that I'm telling you on the Bible, but even the Bible will tell you the earth is not moving. Science will tell you that the interferometer experiments of the 1800s, interferometer failed to prove the Earth is moving. Failed to prove. And the man's religion is now under assault because water is always level. Water will always settle level, no matter high up the mountain or at sea level. Water is going to settle level. That's a fact. You cannot curve the surface of water.